Welcome back to Unfiltered, the podcast. With Valentine's Day coming up, there's a lot of pressure around relationships, love, and not being alone. Today, we're going to be talking about something that doesn't get said enough. Single doesn't mean lonely. This episode is going to be about being single during Valentine's season, breaking the stigma, and talking honestly about what being alone really means.
But
So I'm going
that's
to start
not
off.
only but that's not only about this Valentine's Day, that's any Valentine's Day that you've had. Keep it going, Jess.
No, you just cut me off from almost saying that. I'm gonna drop you. All right. Um, as Kay was saying, yes, this is not about this Valentine's Day necessarily, but any Valentine's Day that you might have spent alone, just what you're feeling around these questions around that time. So I'm gonna start off first with when Valentine's Day comes around and you're single. What's the first emotion that hits you?
Can I answer first? Okay, nobody opposes. Cool. The first feeling that hits me when I'm single, if I'm single, on Valentine's Day is, damn, look at everybody getting chocolates and flowers. Mm, okay.
Oh, I like that one. Isolation.
Mm-hmm.
My first thought is at least I didn't have to spend any money.
You know,
Okay.
actually,
Okay.
actually, my thought would be like, damn, I could be eating ass right now.
All right, now.
All right. Valentine's Day can feel heavy for people who are single. Do you feel more pressure from society or from yourself during this season?
I feel like it's more pressure from society because everybody has high expectations and what men need to do, and they need to sit down.
Okay.
I feel like from society, and I also feel like men do need to sit down and women need to stand up and give men their flowers on Valentine's Day. No, it's not fruitcake like, it's not this or that like. Some men deserve their freaking flowers. I'm sorry, but they do.
I definitely feel from a society point there's a lot more pressure on men to do the romantic gestures. Um, and I don't necessarily feel we need our flowers, but just I think it's more catered towards giving women gifts and showing gratitude towards them, where it could be reciprocated back both ways. Maybe not through flowers, but like a home cooked meal or just like a little card or something small like that, for the guy.
Okay.
That's kind of what I meant. That's what I was going like off of like by giving a man his flowers is by like showing him more appreciation and things of that nature. Like not so much just giving him flowers, like an actual bouquet. You get it? Like, but yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
get where you're coming from.
Okay. What's something people say to single folks that really need to stop?
So when are you gonna get a boyfriend?
You should go out and have fun. Look around.
If you don't get a
Yeah.
girlfriend soon, I'm going to apply you to a dating app. You can find a nice girl in church.
Oh, okay. All right. So, do you think that social media makes being single feel worse around Valentine's Day?
Well, I feel like nowadays it makes it feel better.
Wait, can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Do you think social media makes being single feel worse around Valentine's Day?
I don't think so much social media. I think the ads that are played on the social media apps make it worse because you have Jared, you have flowers.com, you have all these other things like, oh my goodness, you should get this for your person. Like, bruh, okay, we get it.
Yeah. Freaking Jared. Hollers at you
I,
every time.
Wait, who's Jared?
Jared the jeweler, the jeweler, the Jared jewelers that you get the
Oh,
engagement
Jared
ring, like a
Jeweler.
K
Got it.
jewelers.
Got it.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh my goodness.
I think social media has like warped um, things like this, especially like being single, um, because like there's like so many. I don't know. It's like a very like I don't see like a lot of people committing to a lot of people like they used to back in the days. Like if you were
Mm-hmm.
single, like it was like, oh man, you're single, like you need to find a girlfriend. But nowadays it's like cool to be single and there's like it's cool to just like have all these options and there's like so much access to so many people now with like the different dating apps and the different things like that it's like it's really like being in a relationship is kind of like played out almost, like there's not a lot of people that are willing to settle down and commit, especially like with the younger generation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree with that for sure.
And I'm gonna kind of go off of what Kay said because I feel like yeah, we see all those ads, but you're seeing more and more posts about being single, and they're having these single proms, and they're having these the Galentine's Day or the anti-Valentine's Day get-togethers, and you're seeing a lot more of that, and I think that that's making you feel like that's trying to make people feel more okay with being single and more comfortable with being single and not necessarily throwing it in their faces, but the ads that are there definitely are. And you're seeing that a lot more nowadays than you were, before. All right. So people use alone and lonely like they're the same thing, but I'm going to reiterate they are not the same thing. So I want to know, how do you personally define loneliness?
I feel like loneliness is, and this is gonna hit deep, so trigger warning. Loneliness is something within, and it's like even when you're in a crowd of people, you still feel alone and you're just by yourself. Even though you have a room full of people that are like gathered to love on you or whatever, you still feel alone. Even when you're with that person that you're supposed to be in love with and you don't get that love reciprocated back, you still feel like
Mhm.
you're alone. You're by yourself. You don't, that's what loneliness to me is. Like even if you're single or not single, like that's what loneliness is.
That hits hard. I feel that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I understand that feeling. I think I felt that at some point, or not at some point, but at times, because you just get disconnected with whatever you're going through or whatever you're in, like whatever situation you got going on. Sometimes we all get disconnected because we're not comfortable with ourselves, so we kind of disassociate like
Hmm.
our partner or whatever we're going through. It's just everything just gets mumbo jumbo because even I do it.
Yeah, I would agree with both K and AOV. Like loneliness is like the emotional state that I would be in. And it's not like it's anything external. It has to do with all internal stuff with me. Um,
Hmm.
Not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy enough, not feeling just not happy with maybe my own appearance, having own like personal insecurities that are going on, and then maybe dwelling on like any type of rejection, whether it's a friend didn't answer me back, or I didn't, you know, I didn't get a job that I applied for, or anything like that, and just taking that rejection and just like really internalizing it emotionally. Um, so yeah, that's loneliness for me.
Okay. This next question is going to kind of touch on what Kay had mentioned, but have you ever felt lonelier in a relationship than when you were single?
I would say yeah, because at some point we all, I don't want to say the word settle, but we we have expectation, and when those expectations ain't met, because we're human,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we kind of, like it said, we disconnect ourselves with whoever we with, because
Yeah.
something is not getting met, or whatever it is, something is lacking. So like we just get off path. So now we're going to be considered lonely because we're not being heard, or certain things are not being met. You expect this to happen, but that's not happening. So if you just go in with expectations already, you're going to get let down. You're going to feel lonely already because things are not going to be the way you want it or the way you expected it to be.
I would say yes. In a past like relationship that I've been in, especially like back in the day, I used to hold on to relationships way past the expiration date, um, just to not be quote unquote like alone or single. You know what I mean? And but there was just no emotional attachment there anymore. Physical intimacy had ceased or was very rare. Um, and I was just like, it was like I was just sitting next to another body with like no like emotional attachment to them anymore. So yeah, I can definitely agree with being lonely while in a relationship.
Yeah. While we're waiting on Kay, I'll say that
I'm
yes, I have
passing
been.
on this question because
Oh,
yeah, I'm
okay.
passing on this question.
Okay. Okay. I'll say that I definitely have also, and I agree with both Pat and AOV. But AOV, I do want to say that I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to have expectations going into a relationship. Like you know what you want, you know what you deserve. Maybe they're too high,
It's
but
true. I know what you
you
mean.
just yeah, yeah. I just wanted
But
to point that. I know that I figure that's what not what you were coming off as trying to really say, but
yeah,
I just wanted to say, don't lower your expectations. If you know what you want, you know what you deserve. Go for that.
that's
But
true.
yeah,
But
I
as
get,
for, I was just saying,
yeah,
like, as for me, I
yeah. No, I
used
get
to
it. I
go
get it.
in with like expectations. I don't want to say too high, but I would expect
Mhm.
certain things to be met or certain characteristics from the woman. But now
Mhm.
I see it as a different, like a different. I don't know how to explain it, but I see it differently. Like now, I go in with an open mind, but I
Right.
also keep in mind what needs to be there for sure. Like certain things, certain characteristics, certain aspects of a
Mhm.
relationship needs to be there. And if I don't see that there, then I just move myself out.
Right. Yeah. I get that.
Because of
And
course,
you,
two
a lot
people
of
have to
times you're
align with each
bringing
other.
right, and a lot of times when you get into a relationship, it's hard to not compare prior relationships to older relationships, or I'm sorry, prior relationships to new ones. But you got to make sure that these are different people, these are different relationships altogether. You don't want to go in there with the toxicity or thinking, you know what I mean? Um, those expectations and stuff like that. But yes, very good. Okay, so here's one. When you're single, what helps you to enjoy your own company?
I would say being able to do what I want freely and not have to explain anything to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's a
even
good one.
if I'm in a relationship or not, I'm very like affectionate and always want to be on top of the person. But then again, I also need my time alone, but not alone
Mm-hmm.
meaning alone like away from the person, but just in my own space, but around the person.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able,
Yeah.
like I don't know how to explain it, but I know you get what I mean.
Yeah. You don't have to be touchy feely all the time. Yeah.
But yeah,
I think for me, I I was very toxic when I was single. And I caused a lot of harm to a lot of women when I was single because I felt it was just okay to just be doing whatever, playing with people's emotions, not and a lot of that was just out of fear of commitment and getting my own heart broken. So now like whenever I'm single, it's like important that like I really just like learn to sit with myself, do the things that I want to do that make me happy without causing harm to other people. You know, staying off the
Mm-hmm.
dating apps, staying off of all that stuff, like stay trying to not seek female validation, trying not to do the most. You know what I mean? And just like
Mm-hmm.
work on like do some internal work. You know, and it took some time to get to that point. Really finding things that I like to do, like play video games or go to like conventions or do like things like that, um, where I can enjoy like going out to eat by myself, going to the movies by myself, you know, doing those little things that I enjoy, you know, having like AOV said, not having to like really run things by people, you know, because like when I'm in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, it's totally different. It's like I need to always consider my decisions not only affect what goes on with me, but they also affect the person that I'm with. So it's important that I keep in that person's thoughts and feelings like, you know, just let them know what's going on as well. So yeah.
Okay. Um, let's go to the next one. Being single isn't always accidental. Sometimes it's intentional. Have you ever chosen to stay single on purpose?
Yes. I chose after the one relationship that really broke me, I chose to stay single for about 3 years, four maybe. Um, and it was important that I did that just to like, so I didn't carry over those same uh, toxic traits that happened with the past relationship because it did break me pretty bad. So you know, I needed time to like really work on self, heal, and like learn to trust women again. You know what I mean? Because the
Mm-hmm.
trust was broken pretty bad. Um,
Yeah.
you know, that person left me, got with the person that was their ex, got married, and got pregnant within like 2 months of us breaking up. So like it was like devastating to me when that happened. So and the whole time I'm dealing with just the breakup in the beginning and then all that going on. So like I had to really learn, like really work through all that and you know, but again, like I caused a lot of harm while I was doing that. You know, I wasn't doing it the most healthiest way either. You know, trying to fix
Mm-hmm.
feelings with bodies. You know what I mean? Um, so also learning from that mistake as well. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, V, what do you think?
I think you summed it up perfectly for me too.
I've definitely chosen to be single, on purpose also. And
Can we do a 5 minute recess real quick so, until I finish these dishes? Because I don't want to just leave the guys hanging.
okay, that's
And
fine.
can somebody mute me, please? I can't. My fingers are wet.
So what the?
She just needs 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So welcome back to Sinister Thursday. I'm just kidding.
Today we have Jess and AOV. We're going to speak about the murder of. Yo, we're going to turn this up.
What's next week's?
Next week's Thursday or Sinister Sunday?
Thursday.
Thursday we are doing. Hold on, let me pull up my thing. It's There's a title: Strong but Unprotected. It's for Black History Month. Marlena and the Biggest are going to be hosting that one. It's going to be a really good one.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm off next week. Yes. And then the week after that, right? Because it's
You funny.
He thought he was going to be off tonight too.
Yeah, I be thinking I'm off every time.
The week after that is zodiac signs. Pat, you're on the list for that one. Sorry.
okay. Let me mark
And
my
then
calendar.
that one, the Sunday after that one, we're doing the Zodiac Killer for Sinister Sunday.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
This week, Sinister Sunday, we're going to do Ted Bundy. We were supposed to do it last week, but some people had to party, I guess.
You think on Sunday I'm gonna post the pictures of the topic?
For Sinister Sunday, I just have the background. I don't even make a flyer for each one.
No, I'm gonna
I
do
just have the main background.
I'm gonna post the person that it's about,
Oh, okay, okay.
like on the live itself.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that'd be a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Mug shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
What was the question? I'm sorry. I was washing dishes because yeah, I needed to wash the dishes. But go ahead.
What helps you enjoy your own company?
Um, lately, oh, hold on. The beast is woken up. Maybe not. You're okay, baby. Um, um, lately or when I've been, no, not, I don't want to say lately. When I'm single and I'm alone, damn. Um, I want to say back then I was drunk all the time, so drinking. And then, in between marriages, I want to say drinking and getting, high. So I just, yeah, I really didn't. My alone time was spent on my daughter and doing things I wasn't supposed to.
What about even if you're in a relationship? Like every day, what helps you to enjoy your own
Okay,
company?
even if I'm in a relationship, my Enjoying my own time is I like reading poetry because it gives me. I have a book on R.H. Sims, which I love him. He does amazing poetry for women and some for men, and I actually have him tattooed on my arm. It was my divorce tattoo, and I like reading his poetry because it influences a lot of the writing I do into my music. And
Mm-hmm.
besides that, I like going into my devotional book. I know we don't speak about God on the podcast, but I mentioned my God. Like that's one thing I do. And also I journal a lot because I've been going through a lot of mental health things. So lately I've been journaling a lot and just there's sometimes where words don't even where I don't know if anyone's ever felt this way, but like you just have like a lot of words going through your mind
Mm-hmm.
and you can't pinpoint it. Well, not words, I'm sorry. You have like a lot of emotions going through your mind and you can't pinpoint what is going on. So what I do is I just write words and then I go like, okay, why did I feel this way? And it helps me better analyze. So that's what I do on my time off. Beside, that's just 25% of the time. The other 75% of the time is telling Kyra no, Kyra to get off of that. Kyra, please get off of me. Kyra, don't hit me with that. Kyra, be careful. Yeah, that sums up my day.
Okay. So, um, we're gonna go back to being single isn't always accidental, sometimes it's intentional. And I know that AOV and Pat had mentioned this, but I want to ask you, have you ever chosen to stay single on purpose?
For a little bit, yeah. And then in between my first marriage and my second marriage, I was like, well, I'm gonna say my first relationship and my second relationship because I've only had three real relationships. Two led into marriage, one didn't. He
Okay.
didn't. Yeah. Okay. But um the in between those two marriages that led in like the two relationships that led into marriage, in that gap, I was going to have, because I was using and abusing, I was going to have a hoe phase. What I was like, oh, I'm just gonna be a hoe, whatever, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. No, that lasted a day. Not even a day. That
Mm,
lasted 15 minutes.
okay. So going off of that question, I'm gonna ask, what did that season teach you about yourself?
Ended, I really stood on being single for a very long time. And then, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Pat and AOV, what about you guys? When after answering that question, what did that season teach you about yourself?
For me, it was, I don't know if it was so much the season taught me a lot of stuff. Like I said, it taught me how to sit with self a little
Mm-hmm.
bit because I was still using bodies for a while to fix feelings and causing harm. Um, but I can tell you this much: you don't really know how healed you are until you get back into a relationship after being single for a while. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I can say, like, getting back into a relationship after being single for 3 years, it definitely taught me, like, there's still a whole lot more that Pat needs to work on with Pat still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the things that I thought I was healed from started to rear their heads again. And
Mm-hmm.
like, I had to really look at that. And you know, I I haven't been perfect uh, in this current current relationship. You know what I mean? I just haven't been. And I need to like, I own up to like my faults and my mistakes and things, and um, that's but it like like I'm grateful that like I have somebody that's like willing to like work with me through some of this stuff too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
because they don't necessarily have to do that. And I'm grateful that I have that in my life today. But it definitely showed me like, yeah, Pat, there's still work to be done, man. There's still work to be done. We can say we're healed all we want until we're put to the test, and it shows you how healed you are. And it definitely showed me that I,
Mm-hmm.
I maybe wasn't 100% healed from everything. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Just to piggyback off of Pat, I feel like he's not wrong when he says that, like, we all still might, like, I always tell you and Spicy, like, I'm healing, I'm not healed. Like, we always have work to do on like ourselves, whether it be relationship wise, friendship wise, parenting wise, whatever it is. We always have work to do on ourselves. Like the work that we have to do on ourselves is never ending because we're
Mm-hmm.
constantly changing. We're humans. We constantly make mistakes. We constantly, if we weren't to make a mistake, we'd be God, and no one is that. So we'd be perfect, and no one's perfect. So we constantly make mistakes. We constantly run into a wall and be like, "Fuck, damn, I did that shit. Oops, I did it again," like Britney Spears said. But it's like where I completely agree with Pat where he said like we're not healing, we're not healed, we're healing. And in the process, if you meet someone who's willing to heal with you, then that's all the better. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can heal by yourself or try and heal by yourself.
Yes, we are always learning. We are always growing. We are always healing. Yes, yes. What about you, AOV?
I believe, yeah, Pat and her both summed it up for me. I believe
Okay.
you do learn, but you don't learn enough until you jump right back in, because that's where you
Mm-hmm.
see, you can compare from the last into the current, and you'll know in between like what needs to be fixed, because you can believe yourself that you're healed or you fix certain aspects, but you won't know you're fixed until you actually put it to the test.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So all this talk about healing, do you think that people they mistake healing for giving up on relationships?
I think some people do. In my um I love love. Like, I love to be in love. I love to be loved. I love to give love. That's just who I am. And I just, I don't feel like, in my opinion, I don't feel like it's giving up. I just feel like people are more self-aware than others. And they're
Mm.
not giving up on the chance to one day be like, oh my goodness, this is my forever Valentine, or this is my forever. Like, sorry, my phone went on 20%. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
Okay.
But I, but sometimes people need to heal alone because they want to heal alone. But I don't believe that, when you are, when you're not in a relationship, it's, you're not in a relationship. That's fine. But if you love love, you're just healing. And like I said, when you heal with a person that's also healing, then you guys can help each other, or that can be just very toxic, one or the other. It's like a double-edged sword there.
Yeah. What about you guys? Do you think that people mistake healing for giving up on relationships?
I don't necessarily think people uh, mistake healing for giving up on relationships. I think This like kind of goes back to that whole social media and single versus being in a relationship during Valentine's Day is nowadays there's just so much access to so many people all at your fingertips that you could literally just be swiping in your bedroom. You don't have to go out and interact with people as much. You don't have to, back when I was like, getting into relationships, like you either met the person in like the community you were participating in, or you know what I mean, like you accidentally bumped into them at a grocery store, and you nowadays you can create
Mm-hmm.
these relationships with people that are over across seas, and you might never even see that individual ever. And I think there's a lot of like people think they can heal from what they hear on TikTok or Instagram. They see these reels, and really it's you know I'm kind of like Kay, where like I just I'm a very affectionate person. Um, I love being in love. I love all that stuff. So like for me, it's I would never end a relationship only if I felt I was being the like super toxic one. Like if they were better off without me. Like I'm causing way too much harm in this. And typically that's just me self sabotaging already. You know what I mean? Um,
Ooh, I feel that. I feel that.
so you know what I mean. So I would typically. It's not like I would end it saying, "Oh, I need to heal." I would just be like, it's not that I need to heal. It's that there's definitely like I'm causing like way too much harm in this relationship. Um, and I'm doing it. I'm doing that more out of love than anything else. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's mostly not about the mistaking it for healing, but it's just others just mistaking it as far as like, well, not even mistaking it. It's just others is in that situation backing themselves up because they feel like something is not clicking, certain expectations is not being met. So people just remove
Mm-hmm.
themselves. So I don't think it's much on my part about the healing process, but as yourself in general, like what you need to work on.
Okay. So I want to let you guys know that Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about romantic relationships only. Okay, so that's what we're going to kind of talk about next. How do you think that Valentine's Day should be viewed?
Wait, what was that?
How do you think that Valentine's Day should be viewed?
I think it should be viewed as just the two, and then not necessarily a relationship, but just two people that enjoy the company of each other.
Okay.
Just vibe out. It doesn't necessarily have to be mean about love or all the extra. It's just enjoying each other's company like every other day, but just a special day. But
Okay.
again, society shapes it into some big extravagant thing and it gets out of
Mm-hmm.
hand.
Yeah, I kind of want to go off of what AOV said and like kind of like go off of one of the answers that I gave in the beginning, where like when I was single, I would say like, oh, at least I don't have to spend money. And that's like because like most men have this pressure, and I'm one of those people that like when something like this comes around, like I want to go all out. I want to make it so romantic, and so this just based on my personality and how I operate. So like by doing so, I end up spending like a whole lot of money and putting a whole lot of pressure on myself by doing that. So when I'm single and it's Valentine's Day and it's like, all right, well, I don't have that pressure now. Like I'm kind of cool with that. Um, but like I think Valentine's Day should just be something that like, yeah, it's about love. So let's show love to everybody, you know? Let's be loving
Mm-hmm.
towards that stranger that we might not see. Maybe it's like, around here, there's a lot of people that like panhandle outside of 7-Eleven. Like maybe it's cold outside. Like maybe going in there and seeing that person panhandling and like going in there and getting them like a hot cup of coffee, saying, "Here, man, happy Valentine's Day. I hope this warms you up a little bit." You know what I mean? Like just showing
Yeah.
love to everybody. Maybe not being as angry towards people that cut you off in traffic that day. Showing people a little bit more grace that day. You know what I mean? More catered to that. Like just being
I
loving all
love that.
around.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Okay. Okay, what do you think?
May you ask the question one more time, please?
How do you think that Valentine's Day should be viewed?
I think Valentine's Day should, I think I actually, when we were going over these questions together, I told you I think Valentine's Day shouldn't be just lumped up into one day. If you're with the right person and the person who you're supposed to be with and well, not supposed to be with, no, I don't want to say that. The person you think you're supposed to be with. Valentine's Day is every day, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not about, yes, the gifts are great, ooh, hoo, woohoo, but the love, the affection, the learning each other, the just chilling, the vibing out, the Netflix and chill that ends up in some other stuff and shit like that. Like that's what. No, I'm being serious. Like
I know, I know.
it's like that shit that makes you want and emotionally and intimately grow in a relationship without the intimacy. Even though, let's just say you guys are not being schmexual. Let me just say that word for
Mm-hmm.
all around. If you guys are not doing that, but that intimacy is more so there than just being, yeah, yeah. But um, yeah, I think Valentine's Day is every day. Like when you're with the right person, with the person who is yours, just a cute text message like, "Yo, you're the person for me. You're the one I want. Yo, just that." Or it can be like a spicy text message, like not gonna say that on here, but then that's cool too. Like, yo, just like making sure they ate for the day. That's making sure they're okay, making sure one another are feeling loved, are feeling okay, are feeling appreciated. Like I don't know. I have a whole different view on Valentine's Day. Same thing like Mother's Day, same thing like Father's Day. Like, and I know that's a couple of months away, but that Mother's Day and Father's Day is every freaking day. Like if you're a mom and you're a dad, like don't get me wrong, like it's your day every day because you show up and show out. Even bonus dads and bonus moms, like y'all show up and show out every day for them kids. So Valentine's Day is every day. It's not just because, oh my God, one day Hallmark wanted to make it a day. Nah, man, like Valentine's Day is every day when you're with someone special.
Okay. So, what are some ways that single people can reclaim this holiday, do you think?
You actually said one of them, like Valentine's Day, when you around with your
Mm-hmm.
girlfriends and like if they're single as well. Valentine's Day, um, bro, get up, get dressed, go out to eat by yourself. That's not a crime. Like, do what you want to do with yourself. Um, Also, give yourself your own flowers. Like, regardless if you're in a
I can
relationship with,
buy myself flowers,
yes,
write my
ma'am.
name in the sand. Oh, sorry.
Now you good, and I'm keeping that too. I'm not editing that out. But yes, ma'am. Um, I believe like, yo, get yourself your own flowers. Like for many years, even though and I'm gonna be very straightforward, honest on here for many years. I want to say almost 13 years. Even on Valentine's Day, I was not getting roses on Valentine's Day. I wasn't getting roses at all because I was in two of the worst relationships of my life. But one man. got me roses, and it made my whole day. Like it was like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, like what? Like what? Like, yo, this is fucking cool. Like I've never gotten this. Like, all right, cool. This is what's up. And yeah, but yeah, like just take yourself out, treat yourself, do what you gotta do, and yeah, fuck society.
I think Kay touched on it, and I agree with her. Like, do something special for yourself that day. Uh, Maybe something like that you wouldn't necessarily do regularly every single day. Like, if you're a female, maybe go out and get your hair done, or go get your nails done. If you're a guy, maybe like go buy a fresh outfit from the mall. Go get yourself that haircut that you know something that like always like makes me feel more confident and more like better about myself is hitting that barber shop, chopping it up with the guys
Mm-hmm.
and getting a fresh cut. You know what I mean? There's nothing like
Yeah.
that. So if you're single, like do something self care wise to like help yourself a little bit. You know, like get yourself that maybe that gift you always wanted, or if you can afford it. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Avi, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with both of them. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Um, do you think that loving yourself gets overlooked during this season?
Yes, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Because on Valentine's Day it's like, oh, you have to love someone else and you have to show love to someone else. What if it's just showing love and appreciation to yourself and like the littlest ways, like telling yourself or putting up self affirmations for yourself, like you got this, you're worth it, you're things like that. Even though like I have a few people in my life who do tell me like I'm worth it all the time, but like it's just like you have to believe it. You have to
Mm-hmm.
reciprocate that energy into yourself and be like, yo, I am worth it. I'm me. I'm the person. I'm a great mother. I've done this, that, and the third. Like I can do more with this and that and the third. If I don't make sense, I'm sorry. I'm trying to like get the words out, but my words aren't coming out. I'm trying
No,
here.
you make complete sense.
Okay,
You make
cool.
perfect sense.
Could you repeat that question real quick, Jess?
Sure. Do you think that loving yourself gets overlooked during this season?
I think so. Um, because whether you're a guy or girl, you're focusing on uh, your partner. A lot of times when you're
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship during this holiday, um, and I would say this, like if you're single during the holiday, like don't think that like you're gonna never have a Valentine one day. Like you don't know, maybe, and I know you guys don't talk about religion, but like maybe God's still healing or creating that perfect person for you, and they're just not there yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And next year you might have that person in your life. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
so like don't give up on the fact that like oh just because you're single this Valentine's Day doesn't mean you're going to be single every Valentine's Day from now on. I think a lot of times we're our own worst enemies, and we can get into that self-loathing and like the woe is me and man like just believing the lies that our minds tell us like we're never going to be good enough, we're never going to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife, and that's just not true. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Mm-hmm. Heavy on that. We're our own worst enemy. Yes. Yes. What do you think, AOV? Do you think that loving yourself gets overlooked during the season? I'll say that I think it does. I do think it does. And especially when you're single, because a lot of times, like you guys were saying, a lot of times, and kind of what this podcast is about is a lot of times people are feeling, that they're not good enough, that they're lonely or alone or whatever during or during, Valentine's Day. And the loving on yourself gets overlooked because you're being so hard on yourself. What are you doing wrong? You're constantly asking yourself, why am I alone? Why am I not in a relationship or whatever? So yes, I think it does. So we're gonna talk directly to the person listening who feels lonely right now. What would you say to someone who feels left out because they're single?
It's okay to be single on Valentine's Day. If it's a male, get up, get up, get a haircut, dress your flyest, take yourself out to eat. If you need to, I'm not gonna say like buy yourself flowers 'cause if you don't want to buy flowers, don't buy flowers for yourself. But get something you want. Do something that you want to do. Do something self-care for yourself. If it's a woman, girl, get yourself fly. Go shake your ass somewhere. Go do whatever you gotta do. Have fun and be okay with being by yourself for both genders. Be okay with being by yourself. Like it's not always, you don't always have to be or in a relationship to enjoy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day with a person is amazing. It's great. It's beautiful. But also being single on Valentine's Day could be beautiful too if you make it beautiful.
I would say to the person who's single on Valentine's Day, try to act like it's just another normal day. You know what I mean? Um, because for a lot of times when I was single on Valentine's Day, that's how I just dealt with it. Like it's just another day. Uh, did something just like I would know. I just treated it like it was every other day. You know what I mean? And just know that like you won't always be single on Valentine's Day. This isn't like forever. Just because it's today doesn't mean it's going to be like that for the rest of your life. And just keep working on yourself, and eventually you'll meet that person that you connect with. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They both touch base on what I would say, but I would pretty much say live your life, enjoy it. Don't rush into anything just because it's a day and the society makes it more than what it should be. And just do something for yourself.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you think that somebody can shift their mindset during the Valentine season? How would you what advice would you get them to help them to shift their mindset during Valentine's season?
Well, pretty much doing something for themselves, like thinking outside of that little box everybody puts Valentine's Day in, because even before the month comes up, people's like, oh, that's Valentine's Day. We should do something. I should get this or that. Like, it's a stigma already that something needs to be done on that day for somebody else. So
Yeah.
start getting them mentally prepared that it's not about somebody else. It's about yourself. Well, it's just a regular day, really. It's just a money grab.
Mhm.
That's basically what I see it as, though, a money grab for other businesses and stuff like that. Because, like, come on, you don't have to get chocolates in a heart on that day. You don't have to propose to somebody on Valentine's Day. You don't have to book a Valentine's Day couple massage. You know what I mean? You could do that any day.
Mhm.
Hey, not too much on a couple massages, okay? Like,
Listen,
them shits be feeling good.
nah, them shits is good, but it don't need to be on that day.
But sometimes you get that 30% off.
Yeah, they make it seem like it's 30% off, but it's 30% more.
I don't know. Them couple massages been hitting a spot.
Yo, I'll be petty enough to do everything 2 days before or 2 days after.
So okay, so it's like you saying that, oh, so whoever your significant other is at the time, you're like, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna give you side chick or side dude treatment, because that's what the 15th and the 16th are for. Is for your side chick and side dude, as the
Basically,
Urban Dictionary says.
yeah, I don't really treat that day like I used to treat it like that day, but now I don't know. I very different.
Okay.
I sound crappy right now.
You sound like you're in an airport right now. This is gonna get edited out,
That's
but
what
you
I
sound
was
like you're.
thinking.
I'm
Yeah, I
like,
know.
dude,
I'm in an
you
airport
catching a
right now.
flight?
I'm heading to Texas because it's Valentine's Day coming up.
You serious right
Yeah.
now? Is your Valentine in Texas?
No.
I don't think that's Promise. I think that's Wonder Woman.
That's not promise. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even see the thing.
Nah, that's
I just saw
promise.
Promise.
If it is Promise, that's a freaking
Yeah, promise
miracle.
says AO. He always says that.
That's a freaking miracle.
Yeah.
There's no heart me to that on that page. Damn, that's
He was
crazy.
he was
Hey, yo,
15 seconds in here and that's it.
15 seconds. Oh, okay, we gonna count that tomorrow when he starts talking that smack. But no, on a serious note, Jess, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Um, how can someone? How would you? How would you? What advice would you give somebody to shift their mindset during Valentine's season?
I I I don't even know how to answer that because, like I said earlier, like I love to love. Like, dude, if I can find one person to be in love with the rest of my life and be gray and old and wrinkly and saggy titty and saggy ass with, I would be. Like, I love the idea of being in love. And just like Valentine's Day, like I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, it's like, oh my God, it's a Hallmark holiday. And I believe that for a lot of years. Like, oh, it's just a holiday because to make money, consumerism. But just like little small details that people remember of you and things like that. So I don't know. Like, you shit out of luck, Chuck. Like, there's always next Valentine's Day. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, sort of just like what AOV and Kay said, like just try to look at it as like it's just another day. I think it's a little bit more difficult this year because it falls on like a Saturday, where like if it
Mm-hmm.
fell on like a normal weekday, like maybe like a Wednesday or a Thursday, you could go about your day just like every other day. You wake up, you go to work, you come home. Maybe that day you get yourself a special meal from a restaurant to go or something like that. But like, it being a Saturday, now you're kind of stuck with yourself. Like maybe trying to get a group of your single friends, if you have any, to like plan something and just go do something fun. Go mini golfing or go bowling or do something like that. Things that like you don't typically hear about on Valentine's Day. Like you always hear about like the restaurants, the date night things. Maybe just going bowling, going to play pool, going to do something that's not really talked about on Valentine's Day with you and your single friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's one reminder that single people need to hear more often?
You're worthy
J
of love.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're single doesn't mean that you have to isolate or that you're alone. Like literally you
Mm-hmm.
can go out and you can be with friends and you can, and if it's like the description, and it's like if it's the description like I gave earlier, like you're just lonely in general, like mental health wise, and you feel like you're just alone, like even when you're in a room full of people, then seek, and I'm not saying this like in a joking manner, like seek a therapist, find some mental health help, and really evaluate yourself, your inner self, because you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself.
Very good advice. Yeah. Hey everybody. I'm gonna say that yeah, it's okay to be single. It's fine. You live your best life. You don't have to be in a relationship to be happy. Um being single doesn't mean that you're missing out. It means that you're in a season of becoming. So I'm going to ask, what's one final message that you'd leave for someone navigating Valentine's Day alone?
It's okay to be alone sometimes. Like you can do it. It's all right. You got this.
Being alone gives you the opportunity to grow yourself and to become the person that has the standards so that you don't fall for
Mm-hmm.
just anybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Good, 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 good advice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to...
and the words of AOV, because I want to answer for him. Yo, just do you, bro. Like AOV would say, yo, man, celebrate on the 15th or the 16th. Who cares? Be a side chick.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
Yes, like we all stated already, it's fine to be alone. It's Valentine's Day is just another day. It's another Hallmark holiday. So you spend it like any other day, whether you're alone or not. It's fine. Do what you got to do. Live your best life. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you everybody for listening to Unfiltered the podcast. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who might need the reminder that being single doesn't mean that you're lonely. Being single is just fine. We'll see you next time.